Hello everybody. First of all, I would like to say I'm really sorry for yesterday and that it takes so long that I uploaded video. I have like first one reading and then another reading and then I have to do some stuff, and when I upload videos it's really crazy. Then I can just upload and other internet is not working at all. So this was the reason that I posted really little later. When I went to sleep I just did for uploading and then that's it. So today I hope that this will be much faster online. Yeah, I would say maybe like approximately the same time as I usually finished my live sessions, or maybe a little later. We will see. So today's topic is Sixth Sense. So what is this actually? How people, I will say, put name on this? What kind of things are connected with sixth sense? So we all know that we have five senses. First is like hearing, tasting, sight, touching, and smelling. The sixth one is like, the easiest way to subscribe is when you speak with someone and then this person say, I just knew it. I just knew that this will happen. Or you ask, how did you know that this will happen? Like, I have this feeling that something can go wrong. I have this, like, I just felt that it can be like this. Or that you just, yeah, it come to my mind that it has to be like that. So this is, I would say, like this sixth sense, this that we cannot explain why we knew that something will happen. So like that we knew our future, that we just knew some outcome of some results. This is sixth sense. A lot of people call this intuition. A lot of people call this psychic abilities. A lot of people call this like clairvoyant stuff. Really different thing, but definitely this is something that like mind cannot understand properly why it's like that, why this is happening, why it's like something that we just know that this will happen, why it's like yeah, it has to be that way, no other way is possible. But the human mind sometimes like can be tricky because you think that you know something and then nature proves you wrong, or opposite, you think that something cannot be done and it is done, and stuff like that. I spoke with this girl today, who had really good mediumship abilities, and she's like, you know what, I don't want to have this anymore. I said, listen, if you accept this or not, you will have this because your purpose is here, your legacy is here to do stuff here. It's like, but she's like, I don't want to do this. I said, listen, through time, you will see where this will come. I told her, listen, at the beginning, when I got this ability to see the future, I was like, okay, I just accept it. I didn't know. I told her, I didn't know that this will be actually that this will actually feed my family as this is happening right now, so that this is the main income for my family right now and last I would say 2 years. So definitely you never know where your life is taking you. Right now I totally understand her. She has two little kids. One is like 3 years and something, and smaller one is like I think 9 months. So she really hard to handle all this, especially when it's we speak about this ability for doing supernatural stuff, as I will say. But anyway, she has to learn on her way. It's okay. But what I want to tell you is that do not freak out about this sixth sense. Do not freak out when you just start to get these feelings. Why? Because this means that you are really connected with your guides, with your spiritual guidance, with your inner self, inner being, and you are going much easier through life. I remember before I get my ability to see the future, I have really good intuition, and I didn't actually put a lot of attention in this intuition. I think that I already told you, like it was like two stories. First story happened, like I think both stories happened like when I was being in high school. So I was walking on the pedestrian, and my colleague was been with me, and he went to the store, and I was waiting outside, So it was like so road where cars are driving, and then for bicycles, and then pedestrians, And I was walking, and then because I went to the same direction as cars close to me, And then I sensed that something is behind me, and that I just felt, okay, right now I will turn and I will see car really close to me. And I turn around to go towards my school, and I noticed car like really like 2 inches in front of me. And this driver like, can you move? I was like, me move? I'm here where I should be. You are not here where you should be, so do not like, yeah, go away. I said, okay, whatever. And I really have this like, wow, because I know that this guy will not hit me, but anyway, it was in so close, and when I looked down, I was like, you came so far and barely hit me. Why didn't you use your horn or whatever? But it was really like that in my mind. Wow, this is something beyond that. I have this feeling that something will happen. Then this was in first story. Second story was been, so really this intuition was been so strong to me. This was in my sixth sense. Wow, listen, something is, you have something, but I didn't put a lot of attention on this. If I look back right now, I was like, okay, I turned, it shocked me. Okay, let's go further. And then the second thing was been that my father come to home, and we were preparing for a lunch, and he's like, yeah, I give this and this much money to someone who will know, who just visit me at my working place. And I just shoot one name. This name came from nowhere. Bang. And then my mother and my brother like really like shooting other names. I just tried once. I said it's okay, whatever. And I read articles, I read some newspapers. And then my mom shoots, I don't know, 50 names, and then my brother the same. And at the end, my father like sits in front of me, and he's like, congratulations, you win. I was like, okay. I forgot who I mentioned. So I was like, okay, who it was? And then he told me the name. I was like, oh, okay, you know. And both of them like, wow, amazing. This was actually one person that later want to be. It was been candidate for a president. But he's been really like strange person in a positive way. Because he in his lifetime he went to the Germany, and he invented some kind of mechanic stuff there, and then he starts to so it was like an invention, and then he sold this invention to one company, and he starts to receive really a lot of money. And this was been the case that he was been like financially good, really good in situation. And then he just opened like some kind of museum at his home, like really like on countryside, and a lot of people visit his place. It was been also like a restaurant there. So when people look at him, he was been like really like he was been really public. He went to these public conversions and speak with people. And then it happened that actually it's already all people knew who give him killed. At the end was been like, yeah, one farmer who has been drunk killed him, but we all know the story behind this. That story never came out in the public, who killed him. But anyway, so I shoot his name because he was really like, I would say, funny and like really extraordinary person. And I got this money. Today this would be like maybe, I don't know, 25 American dollars. So but at that time you have to know that this happened like before 1991. This would be like approximately the same as today, maybe between 80 to 100 American dollars. So really like nice money for someone who is not having any other incomes. This has been like, I think half of the scholarship for my friend. So it was been like, okay, good stuff. Then if I go back in my life, it's like my fiance. She has really good intuition. She has really good this sixth sense. You know, she always know when I told her, listen, I have reading with this person. No, you will not have it. She's like, yeah, you know that with him, you can never like be when he appoint you, it will never happen at first time. It will have to take like three, four, five times. Then this will actually happen now. And then I have a friend. Uh, we are really like super trooper connected, you know. But we need a lot of time, a lot of time to see each other, you know. He lives really close to me, like I would say less than half a mile away from me, you know. He's a teacher, but we agree, okay, let's go for a walk. Okay, let's speak next week. And then this next week's actually like 1 month or 2 months or actually 3 months later, you know. And so when I say, listen, I go out with him, and she's like, yeah, yeah, we both know that this will happen. Like, if I will tell her this today, she will like, okay, in July or August you will go. This is for sure, you know. So she has this really good sense of uh, when actually stuff will happen, but because she knows the history, you know, it's like that she really tell this stuff based on what happened in the past, you know. So it's not like maybe true sixth sense, but definitely it is strong ability that she can also like predict some future, you know. Also, my ex-girlfriend, she was been really good at this. I think that I already told this story again. So when we drive actually to her place after one competition, and she told me, Urosh, this year you will visit some competitions, and at the end you will get some money. You know, I was like, okay. If I remind her this today, she will not remember this because obviously she was in some kind of trance. You know, she was driving and she just shoot me this. I still know the place where we drive, where she told me this, you know. So I still remembered all this location, everything, you know. And yes, it happened that I started to visit some competitions in Croatia. It was been like a league, 8 competitions all together. At each competition, you get some points, altogether points. At the end, the winner comes out, and I actually finished second. This was in first year. Then additional next 3 years, I finished first, and second. So actually, in 4 years, I finished twice second and twice as first overall. You know, so it was really like big accomplishment for me because I trained really hard at that time. And but anyway, she saw that, and she told me that, you know. Also, she told me that she had a friend that asked her, okay, what do you see for this? And she said, okay, listen, I will put this in the paper, and I will just give you this paper, and when all this will happen, just take this paper and you will realize if this really happened or not. And yes, of course it did. So she had really good intuition, she had really good sixth sense, but she never thought about that she could be maybe a psychic, that she could be, she cannot force to get answers, you know. It's like I can, so when I do readings, I can say, okay, I close my eyes and people ask me questions, I close my eyes, ask my guides, I get answers, you know. But she just got this feeling, okay, it will be like that, it will be like that. If you ask her something, she couldn't get answers, you know, because she couldn't monitor that kind of stuff. But definitely she was being good with some general stuff, you know, and a lot of people are good in this, you know. So it's like people who have some kind of medical conditions, you know, then, you know, they say, okay, listen, I have really like pain in my knee. This means that maybe the weather will change soon, you know, and bang, of course, weather change soon from sunny to really rainy, you know. So this, they feel this in their body because of these health conditions, you know, but still they have this, they connect with some kind of hurting in the body with something that will happen. As I mentioned, like in some videos ago, when I have this feeling inside that squeeze me that something bad will happen. You know, it was not been like that I will know for sure what will happen, but I just knew something bad will happen. And actually, this happened. Like my mom break her ankle like 3 times, and my brother moved to where we lived to some other location, really close, but still he went to his own place, So it was been intuition, it was been sixth sense, but not so strong that I will know for sure why I'm getting this. And then I remember once I did really like huge mistake, if I can say so, because uh, I had some kind of, let's say, an affair with one girl. Actually, from my side, it wasn't been an affair because I was being single. But she had a family, and we started to do something, and then I saw that actually also on her side it was been something like that. Her boyfriend cheated on her, so it was like revenge time, if we can say so. But anyway, uh, later when she kicked my ass with no specific reason, I asked the universe, please, something that I will feel her pain when they will start to fight. So I asked this to the universe. I have to feel her pain also when she will have fight with him. And every single time that she had some kind of argument with him, it really starts to hurt my heart. It was like that somebody is squeezing my heart, that I'm getting like a heart attack or whatever. And it was really like not so good feeling. And especially when I have really huge fight, it was really terrible for me. And then when I came together with my current fiance, with mother of my two kids, we are together right now, and I still have these pains, and she's like, you have to change this. This is not normal that you are feeling this pain all over the time. And I said, okay. So I changed because sometimes it was really like crazy. I just started to feel really bad. I was like, oh, something is happening, and then damn, she has these problems. And then I said, okay, listen, universe, please, if she will have argument or if she will have good time with him, that I do not feel nothing. And bang, since then I don't have that kind of connection. So I did really stupid request to the universe that I will feel something, that this sixth sense will work for me when somebody will be in trouble. Of course, you can do this maybe with someone who you have some kind of connection, but I don't know why I asked this. I felt that she cannot be with him because he was a really like terrible person. But anyway, she chose that path. I believe that one day when we will meet, that when she will realize what she had with me and what she has with him, it is totally different. But anyway, this is not the story of my life. My fiance is really happy that this girl left me, because right now she can have really beautiful family with me, and this is something that counts, that at least like one person is happy. But anyway, so this sixth sense it can be sometimes really really strong, really like that you get this wave of information that like hits you, and then you're like, oh, is this true or false? And then some people try to avoid, or some people try to escape from this. I know for myself that sometimes when I do not listen to myself, that I get like really like hit in my head. So I really have to change this, that when I start to feel strange, okay, red alert, something cannot be wrong, something can go wrong here, and really that I step out of this train. But sometimes I like, no, 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 everything is okay, and then bang, no, it's not okay. Why you didn't listen to yourself? So I have to also learn this on my side. Also, maybe you have to learn. Anyway, all of us has to learn some things. All of us has to go through some life experiences, that even though that life is giving you like tests. Okay, if you will go through this, then everything will be good. If you will not go, you will have to do this lesson again and again and again and again, as long you do not take all these lessons and you finish with a degree, and then you can move on. So definitely this also especially apply, I will say, on some kind of business or relationships. So when you start to feel, when people start to feel really like not so good at their jobs, definitely red alert, leave this job. Why? Because it's not good for you, But people just, yeah, everything will be better, everything will be better, and it actually goes only on the worse, The same stuff is happening like in some relationships, especially maybe when one person is really like mean and physically starts to abuse the other one, some, I don't know, fights and stuff like that. And but mostly like girls stay in that kind of relationship. Yeah, but I don't think that I deserve better man. So this girl will like allow that man hit her all the time, that she is punished all the time, and that she just cannot walk away from this relationship, but she feel in her guts, yes, something is really wrong, but this person is not strong enough to walk away, This actually happened with my fiance's family, that her father was being alcoholic and really like beat her mother's ass a lot of time. And then my fiance told me that her father hits her only once, and this was in like the last time that they have been together. Then they just packed and leave. But later she made contact with him when he was being sick, and she really forgave him, that everything is good on her side. She passed away. No, he passed away. Her father passed away like 6 months before we came together. And so I never knew him, but when I visit his grave, and when I see this gratitude, when I feel this gratitude in his heart, that he's really happy that she is with me, that because I'm totally opposite as he was, I do not drink alcohol, I never touch badly kids or her, and this is something that he really like, yeah, you are really much better person than I was being before, and especially when I remember when I first time saw meet her mother, when my fiance told her about me, I sensed this, that she was been really really happy, because that she was being able to walk away from the alcohol. A lot of times what happen is that so I don't know, kids have problematic parents, I don't know, alcoholics, drug users, and they just admit, so they just say, okay, this is okay in our lives, and then kids starts to date someone who has the same problems, this can be a really big issue. A lot of time this happened, and because they're like, yeah, obviously I do not deserve better stuff, and this is like, yeah, they just accept this. At the end, they realize that this is not true, and this is why my so mother-in-law, that she's really happy that Tamara is staying with me, that we are together, that because she can see also. So my mother-in-law, she can see what kind of relationship I have with the kids, that Tamara's father never had that kind of relationship with her, and this really something that counts. But also all day sense that that what I give to them, it's much much better life that they had it before, So these feelings, or like I just knew it, or yeah, I was thinking about that way, and definitely it happened that way. This all indicates that your sixth sense is working for you, to help you to grow through your life, that you go through life as you want, as you wish, So right now, it's really time that you maybe start watching when you start get these feelings that something is good or something is bad, that you start to use this in your favor, not against you, as I'm doing sometimes, and then I get smash in my head, but start to use this, that you will have some kind of profits out of this, not financially, but that you will go through life much much easier, It's like that you will not get, a lot of people say, I just knew it, if I will leave home today, that I will have an accident. Why didn't listen to yourself, I remembered once I read article about our the best downhill skier. She was been 2 times in a row world champion, but she has really major problems with her health. She got really like a lot of injuries. And last injury was been like that she mentioned, I had this feeling in the morning that something can go wrong, but still she went to the training and she had injury that almost cost her the whole career. So definitely she didn't listen to herself. And for professional sportsmen this can be real danger. If you have that kind of feeling today can be something wrong, okay, stay at home. In this case, you will do much more for your career than any kind of training. So definitely this is something that you have to put in your mind, that if you start to get some feelings that something can go wrong, accept this. Okay, I can prevent this, I can go around this, and this is actually a good thing. So it's like when people ask me, okay, are you happy when you give positive predictions? I said, for me personally, it's much better if I give people some negative predictions. Why? That people can prepare for this. It's like when I see something, listen, this and this stuff can go wrong, or I don't know, you can lose your job. So people can prepare. Okay, start searching for a new job, start doing some business at home or something. It's much easier to give some positive predictions, and these predictions come true. But when you get some kind of negative prediction, you can prepare for this, and then when this comes to you, it do not hit you so badly. I remember when I went to, I would say she was like my second psychic. I went to her and I asked her what she feels about, what she feel about my grandma, and she's like, you know what, it's coming her time. So I was being like, okay, I prepared myself. Okay, she will leave this earth. So I was being prepared, and like maybe 3 4 months later, my mom called me like in the evening, and she's like, you know what, grandma is really like sick right now, she's in hospital. And then I knew it, that this is it. And then in the morning she just called me, yes, and they called me from the hospital, she passed away. So I have this feeling, yeah, something will happen, and it happened. But anyway, I was being prepared. It was not been shock for me, because this my second psychic told me, listen, yeah, she's saying goodbye. So I was being prepared. Much better if you get that kind of information or not, because in negative situations you can prepare yourself. In positive, it's like, okay, it will happen. Then when it happened, yeah, I knew it, that will happen. So let's live further. So definitely uh, start using this sixth sense, this intuition, this I knew it, like this bubble in above your head, like bing, that something will happen in your favor, and then you will have much better life. So I would say that that's it for today. It will be maybe short, but definitely strong. What this sixth sense is, what is like really good intuition. So tomorrow we will speak about, I don't know yet, or maybe I know, I don't know. Tomorrow is what is tomorrow? Tuesday. Yeah, I think that I will figure out. If you have any ideas, just type that I will get some things that I can speak about. Other way, I will just try to invent something in my mind. So if you want free message, just type yes, I want free message. If you have any comments, if you believe in this intuition stuff, please leave some kind of comments, that we can stay in touch. Because when I have like live readings, people comment me through the video, but right now you have to do this later. So anyway, uh, subscribe this channel, share this video if you feel that it's like educational, tell this to other people, comment, like, whatever you can do. Have a blessed day, be safe there. Right now here in Slovenia things are going on much better place. My daughter was been already in kindergarten today, so yes, 4 hours of peace at home, at least these 4 hours. So yeah, we have really good time today. I'm really tired, but anyway, I have to do one reading later, and so we will be in touch. Sending you love and blessings, and hear you soon. Bye bye.